Oh, baby, how you
Let's get together, yeah, yeah, yeah. Why don't you and I combine?
And friends are friends forever, if the Lord's the Lord of them. All my life, you're a friend of mine.
It's Ceci and Adam.
It's the Momlennial podcast. I'm the mom. My friend Adam to my right on the computer screen, anyway, is the millennial. She, rounded out the show, is Gen Z. Now, we are heading into a holiday weekend at time of recording. Adam, have you already taken like extra time off surrounding the 4-day weekends? Very classic millennial, you see.
Oh, you know, I've crammed every minute with vacation activities, and I'm not even like stretching that. I'm like, I'm going up north, I'm sleeping in, all the things.
Wait a minute. In Arizona, do you guys also head quote unquote up north?
We do. And here's what's awesome about it. It's two different kinds, right? You're actually driving north and you're going up in elevation. We're going as far north as earthly possible. It's awesome.
Wow. Who are you doing this with? Like a church group or some friends?
So I'll go with a couple of church buddies to Flagstaff, Arizona. And it's going to be awesome. Which, by the way, that's at like 7,000 feet. Here's... I don't know how I get myself into these things. I'm super pumped. But there's this buddy of ours who like used to be like a Navy SEAL trainee or whatever. So we'll see what happens. And he's like, hey, we should do this Humphreys Point hike. But I want to ask first if you're cool with it. I said, cool. Yeah, let me look it up. It's a 3,300 feet elevation climb. It's about
brutal. No.
And that's how I'm going to be breathing on the path, ironically enough. So,
okay, here's what I learned from a Navy SEAL back in the day.
Please. Tell us all
I don't
the Navy SEAL
know
thing.
if you remember this about me or if my daughter Ellie would know this about me. I mildly,
Well, I remember the training that you took me to because she interviewed a Navy SEAL one time and said, you need to come with me to this training to learn about safety before you go to college. So I probably have not forgotten.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways,
you want to tell everybody how he taught us to stab people with pencils?
Yep, not pens. Pens go around the bone. Pencils don't.
Really?
Pens
bend. Pencils don't.
Pencils don't.
Wow.
This is like if you're walking on a college campus and you can't really be like walking around with a weapon. You know what I'm saying? And so you bring a sharpened pencil and you have it at the ready.
Mm-hmm.
And you just go for it.
Does that have to be number 2?
Yes. It has to be a Ronda. What is that?
I never carried a pencil with me in college ever. But I did have an alarm on me at all times. I had one of the birdie alarms that it's not a taser, but if you pull it, it like makes a really loud sound and like flashes bright lights. So I was prepared, just not with a number 2 pencil.
Okay. So they have like a saying.
Did you wear ponytails? Because that's another thing you want to avoid. Ponytails. You don't want to get grabbed by your ponytail.
Like a snatch ya. Yeah. No.
Oh,
I still wear ponytails.
So if you want them dead, use the lead.
Okay.
No, I mean, maybe not dead. That's a little harsh.
Put that on a t-shirt. You want them dead. Give them a lead.
Hashtag Terraroga.
Okay. So here's the situation. I'm interviewing this Navy SEAL. And at that time, I was very into practicing planks in Pilates.
Oh,
and I think I challenged the Navy SEAL to a plank off.
No.
Yeah.
You were confident that day.
Uh-huh. I can't remember how that turned out. I'm certain I didn't win that. But he said that you have, when you're done, exhausted, given up your willpower, you have 10% left inside of you. And Adam, this is what I'm going to tell you. When you're hiking that mountain.
After the first 100 feet.
You think you're done. And you got 10%. So you just keep going.
Well, I
and
hope
then you show him
going.
a pencil and you'd be like, that's what this is for. What do you think?
There we go. That's right. If you don't get us off this mountain right now.
I do remember for a while, he said one of his biggest like safety advice was like, notice if people are a place they shouldn't be. So that's like this big indicator, like this person is out of place. The situation, this isn't like making sense. Or like, don't just ignore that. Like that's when you want to observe. But for like a good month after that, I thought everybody was in the wrong place, and I was
You're like, there's a guy in a suit at Meyer. Is he like gonna kill someone, or like is he just on his lunch break?
You want
Like,
him dead?
what
Give
is
him
it?
the lead. Exactly. Sir, can you please meet me in the pencil aisle? Thank you.
Thank you.
No witnesses.
I'll buy it
please.
when I'm done. Can
Oh,
you
my
put
word.
me to the pre-sharpened pencils? I don't know where I found to sharpen it.
I need the whole box. Thank you.
I will say one thing I remember from that is being a lion and not a lamb. So like when you are outside by yourself, like not just like staring down at your phone or like just looking all innocent, like la la la, like actually being vigilant and looking around and like making eye contact with people, like I see you, you don't want to come at me type thing.
So the lamb
use that.
Everybody thinks they're safe when they're carrying around their cell phones because it's like, oh, I can just call somebody and tell them I'm in trouble. But they flip that phone out of your hand faster than you can say, hoorah. And so this situation is you walk with your head up and head on a swivel. Like you're, you know, because like they're not going to take advantage of you if you look very confident, which is why I don't think anyone's ever attacked me. Because when I'm walking, I am on a mission.
You're ready.
Oh yeah. You want to see her walking at 10 times speed? Watch her during tulip time, trying to get from the place where my dad parks 10 blocks down the road all the way to the parade before it starts. That is how I learned to speed walk. If you are not keeping up, you are getting left behind in a sea of blonde-haired, blue-eyed Dutch folk, and maybe you're getting left at the elephant ear stand. Like there is no chance of coming back from that. So you either got to keep up or you're getting lost.
Oh man, that's so fun.
Look at you being a Navy SEAL now all of a sudden. Wow.
She went to the one, seminar that was held in a movie theater.
I went once.
Okay, here's another story about that Navy SEAL. Okay. He did. I know. It was impressed. It had a big impression on my life. So he was talking about always, head on the swivel and all of that. And so he was doing, the reason he was on my radio show, by the way, Riz is at bat in Game Changer. So if you see me looking off to the side.
Is Game Changer like a sports app? Like you can follow who's ever playing a current game?
Yes. So he's up to bat. Yeah. We're ahead 1-0. There's one out, and he bats fourth. So he bats cleanup. Do you know what that is?
No clue. Does he need a broom?
It's like his job is going to be to get all of the players home. And Zane's a great, strike one looking. It's 1-1.
He's a great strike.
He's a wait a minute.
He's usually great.
Somebody. Ball 2. We're at 2-1. Count is at 2-1.
He's
Hang on.
This.
He's got this.
I love this play-by-play.
I know.
She's so invested. I don't think I've seen her ever invested in a sport like baseball. You want to tell her how invested she was in a track meet? When I was in high school, Zippo.
Maybe a Navy SEAL played baseball.
Wait a minute. You did track ball 3. We're at 3.
See, he's gonna see. This is what
I can guarantee he's gonna swing at this one because he is not good. He would prefer to hit it than get a walk. Oh, we just had someone steal home. Okay, the score of the game, it's 2-0. Zane is at bat. The count is 3-1. I can guarantee he's going to get a strike right here. And then his third hit, boom, he's going to get a triple. It's going to be awesome.
He's going for a movie finish.
Mm-hmm. Okay, hang on.
This Everybody is her audition to be a sports announcer.
Oh,
yeah. If the Savannah Bananas need someone, come a-crawling.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
at least he's on base.
Yeah, he walked. That's lame.
That's true.
Okay. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Lots for boring. I have named one of Zane's hits a boopadoop, and I'm like, just whatever you do not hit the boopadoop. The boopadoop is like when he swings at the wrong angle, the boopadoop, and it kind of goes boop, and it bounces, and then boop, and it bounces again. It's like an infield bounce, and I hate that. I hate the boopadoop. So
you like that nice, clean, all air shot where it goes all the way out.
Anti-boopadoop. I'm anti-boopadoop.
You want to whack.
Okay, so I'm going to wrap up this Navy SEAL story now that I can take my eyes off Game Changer. Although now I got to see if he gets home. But anyway, he'll steal second. He always does. It's a given. I'm at I take Ellie to this movie theater where they're he's doing this training on how to keep college girls alive, which clearly she followed none of his advice. And
but I'm alive.
Second.
She is.
And I'm standing there like signing in, and all of a sudden somebody grabs my arm and twists it behind my back. And I turn around and it's the Navy SEAL. And he goes, I told you to have your head on a swivel.
Oh my god!
He means business.
What?
He
Oh
was
my
ready
word.
to go.
I didn't
You'd
even
be-
see him.
That's right. You were a lamb. That was the problem.
True.
Yeah.
You were
Grazing.
distracted. How dare you?
Mm-hmm.
Man.
So-
Well, that's wild.
You were-
I'm glad he let you go. Man.
Me
now you're
too.
ready. Yeah.
And we'll wrap it up with our safety talk. Thanks for coming to our TED Talk. Don't ever be moved to a second location. He told a story. Do you
Nope.
remember this, Ellie? Of a young
Oh,
girl who is at one of those 24-hour fitness gyms. And so she pulled in kind of late or early or whatever the case may be. And a guy went to stab her and she fought like heck. And she did get stabbed, but he tried to move her to a second location. And the guy was like,
I do not remember this.
yeah.
What the?
Had she
Might have been an
been moved,
actual movie.
she would have died. But because she fought back, I'm trying to save lives.
It's good.
So,
You
like,
could have
like
just said you
that.
have to fight for 60 seconds. That's what everyone said. You just got to give them grief for 60 seconds because they want someone easy. That's what I remember. They're like, they want
Oh.
someone easy, so just don't.
The other thing
easy.
I heard, and this was not from the Navy SEAL, I saw this on TikTok.
Oh no.
This girl,
Credible source.
Yeah.
crap, we ended that in 2-0. Fly out. Okay.
Not the boop-a-doo.
Oh no. Not the boop.
Okay, so this one girl said, she did this whole TikTok, it was so funny. She said when she was in elementary school, they made an announcement and they
I saw
had
this.
all of the girls. Did you see this, Eliana?
I saw this. It was so funny.
Okay.
It was so funny.
They took all of the girls to the gym and then they left the boys and the boys didn't get to come and they had a safety expert and he trained them.
Okay.
He said, the
Oh,
safety
dear.
expert said, nobody wants to kidnap weirdos. So what you need to do, and she goes, I'll never forget it. He went down in like a sumo wrestler
Like
stance.
split squat stance. Yeah.
A split squat stance. And she started going, "Wah! Wah!" And you just like go crazy.
He said make like the dark, like the deepest, like gruntiest noise that you can't like. But like,
Yeah.
and so she said it was a bunch of like elementary school girls just making these like hideous noises.
That's awesome.
And she said it stuck with her. If a guy ever comes at you, just
In your elementary girl voice growl.
While you're trying to kick at them for 60 seconds.
And pretend to be
I'm
some
a
wrestler.
I'm a lion. The
Whoa.
kidnappers will be like, this chick is not worth it.
I'd be like,
Not
y'all gotta call your
well.
parents. Yikes. What's going on?
Then she was saying, like, did anyone else have this experience? Like, that was a little weird.
Yeah.
it was unique. I think that was a fairly unique experience.
I think it was. too.
Especially in a school assembly. Like, we had to climb the rope and do, like, gym things, but never how to get away from somebody who's trying to
Things.
abduct
How were you at climbing the rope?
I didn't even get on it. If we're being honest. I was like, too much girth for me. Sorry. Can't do it. That was nobody liked that in school. Nobody
No.
liked that. I think I
Yeah.
prefer a seminar on
Gen
how to
Z did
stay
not
alive.
have to experience that.
Adam would have trounced down to the gym with all the fifth grade girls.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
My name is Amelia, and I hate ropes. How do I survive? I don't know.
And then
I
plot
don't watch
twist,
this
you rock
accent.
into the period talk instead of the
Oh gosh.
self-defense discussion.
Yeah.
Probably why I had become homeschooled by 6th grade. I was like, I don't want any of this.
I'm out.
No
good.
talk
I
for
can't
me.
do it.
No, I'll climb the stairs and call it a day. So can't do
I
that.
Seminars.
remember
No.
in middle school taking CPR training and I failed.
Oh
on the dummy.
no! On the dummy.
Did you pull a Michael Scott and sing the wrong part of Staying Alive? Like, how did you manage
You
this?
sing some Amy
First
Grant,
I was
I
afraid.
was afraid.
I was so sad.
and then they're like, "You lost him."
Maybe I shouldn't make CPR jokes, Allie, with everything you've gone through. I don't want to. And I
Oh,
should maybe
goodness.
retake a class because what if like I need it in my own home someday? I wouldn't know what to do.
So
Fair enough.
Chat-
I wouldn't either.
Chat GPT.
yeah, how do I resuscitate?
Pull up the Office episode, Staying Alive. Thank you.
Thank you.
So what happened exactly then? Was it you weren't at the right pacing, or how did?
I failed. I got an F.
Oh my word!
I didn't
Person
get my
died.
badge, and I was very like shamed about it.
Oh,
Yeah,
I mean,
a lot of shame.
I mean, at least it was just dummy, I guess. But at the same time, I'm trying to figure out because I've done a couple of these trainings, and here's the scariest thing for any medical professional listening is you like forget after 3 months if we're being honest. We should really do this every quarter in our life. But how was it like the rhythm of it?
I've never had to do it. What?
Really?
I don't
Well,
know.
I was when I was in youth ministry
failed.
years, we had to take it. Working with kids.
Fair.
I
Fair.
remember that, and then I remember them showing 2 videos, which legitimately scared me from using drugs ever in my life.
Oh,
Okay.
they did the drug videos.
One of them was a cocaine video, and in the video, the guy put a handkerchief up one side of his nose
No.
and pulled it
No.
down the other
No.
side because he had blown out the cartilage in his
Oh.
nose.
The kids that are
I
listening.
determined right then and
Sorry.
there. I was scared straight from that. I was scared straight.
You're like, I don't really want to
Mission
go
accomplished.
I like the
Yeah.
cartilage in my nose too much for that.
Not doing it.
And then they showed an after school special where Helen Hunt, and I doubt you guys remember that actress, but she was in Mad About You. She's in some other things. Her name is Helen
Twister.
Hunt. Oh, Twister. Okay.
Yep.
Do you know who Helen Hunt is, Ellie?
No. I've seen the
Okay.
second Twisters with Glenn Powell.
She
Close.
got high on angel dust and flew out of a window.
You all laugh. What in the world? Now wait a minute. This was an 80s PSA, wasn't it? Because everything in the 80s was completely unhinged.
It was dramatic. It was
yes.
dramatic.
Speaking of which,
Exactly.
I
Speaking
did,
of
like
which-
I said, though, get scared. I never did angel dust or cocaine to this date.
It was
Thank
effective.
you.
fair enough. Pivoting though, speaking of the 80s being absolutely wild, okay?
Yes.
I am somehow on 80s and 90s renovation TV show TikTok.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
What in the world
I don't know, girl.
were y'all decorating with in the 90s? Why are there 2 women on my For You page painting area rugs on cement in basements in a laundry room? Make it make sense. Please.
Oh, wait, I'm showing you guys the video.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
need to watch it.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Oh, Helen. Oh no.
The cutscene of the window to the ground is quite intense.
yeah.
You do
This
not
is what
see her fall all
This
the
is
way.
what they showed us in middle school. You wouldn't do drugs after this either.
I don't think I talked to anyone
I
after
wouldn't
this.
think to do drugs, period.
Oh my goodness.
Look,
What's
shrieking
happening?
and freaking. It's the angel dust. Don't do it. Don't
Maybe
do
we'll
it.
try and get this clip on our YouTube channel.
Yeah. Just
Momlennials
look up
on.
Helen Hunt angel dust.
I
It's a
have never
minute
seen
16.
that. It's a minute 16 of it too?
In case you feel like doing some drugs, like you won't anymore. I could probably find the cocaine with the handkerchief bit too.
No, thank you. No,
okay.
thank
All
you.
right, Eliana,
okay.
the show
You know.
you're talking about and referencing is called Decorating Sense. And this was one of the first HGTV shows. And I remember loving this show. And
Oh, I'm
they
sure you
would
did.
design a room on a budget. And for some reason, it's come back alive on TikTok, and they're showing clips of it, and it is heinous. It is
It's crazy.
so
They are
cringy.
They are painting. They are freehanding. This is what I watched today. They're freehanding like a scalloped edge on a wall.
As you do.
Freehanding this, so it's
As you
not
do.
like it does not look consistent or concise or anything. The lines are so messed up. And she's like, you can see here the 8-inch mark and the 3-inch dip that I have to use to connect the two. It looks like a 3-year-old was given a paintbrush and was told to paint squiggles on a wall. It looks so bad. And then it cut to an episode of Trading Spaces where they just chucked hay on the wall and then painting the ceiling pink.
You missed that era.
That was a
This is
classic.
why-
What the hay are we doing?
TLC, baby.
this is what happened with why millennial gray became in decorating fashion, and everybody put gray floors, gray walls, gray furniture.
They're
Adam,
like,
I
"We're
don't
over
mean to
it."
put down your apartment, but you very much live in it. Millennial gray.
It's true.
loves
It's
millennial gray.
everywhere.
You got new furniture and it's gray.
It is
And
gray.
you got gray carpet
Yep.
and probably gray cabinets in your kitchen. Or are they oak?
They are some kind of tree wood that is like a corkboard color. But I don't have any with honey. Oh yeah, probably that.
Well, if you wanted the ladies from Decorating Sense to come help you out, they would take literal watered down primer and then just paint them willy nilly without taking them off the hinges.
I actually they were just
brutal.
And they were like, "It's fine." I watched them put styrofoam painted clothes to the wall in a basement laundry room as decor.
And here's what's funny. The laundry room episode actually I thought was cute. I thought they did a really cute job with that basement laundry room. The thing I thought was weird was when they added a fake checkerboard backsplash in someone's kitchen and then randomly placed lime green tiles willy-nilly. But you got to understand, this is where my love of color came from. I was all into it. I wanted them to come to my house.
Oh, I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did.
This is so interesting to me because from what I remember from the 90s is like everything was wood trim, wood cupboards, wood doors, wood. And then like gold chandelier type light fixtures. Everything was gold. And then like apples. So many apples in people's kitchens. Remember the fruit thing? Oh yeah, all the apple decor or the pear decor or the banana decor.
What?
That's what I remember.
Were
from
these
the
real
90s.
apples? Were they fake apples? Or were them in half? Like,
no, not real.
Where were the apples?
We're talking apple plated plates, cups with apples on it. There was a rooster with a cookie jar head that had an apple on it. I mean, everything was fruit and gold and wood. And that's what I remember from the 90s. And then there was always like some kind of curtain over the sink window wherever I went. It never stopped.
There was a curtain. There was a cafe curtain above the sink.
Yes,
you were right about that.
Probably with apples on it. Every single time. My aunt had a kitchen just like that. So
I had some wild decor in my own life at different times of my existence.
Oh yeah,
a lot of fruit.
Let's run these back a second. Hold on. So we've had purple dining room chairs.
I still love those lilac. The color was lilac.
Oh, that's very spring.
Sorry, that are chairs that had previously been were they blue and then were they like orange
yellow.
Before that? They've been all kinds of
They were literally the
different colors.
The Benjamin Moore color highlighter yellow, but they were oak. See, I had inherited this set from my parents from the 80s, and it was an oak table and oak chairs. And so they were turquoise, blue.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yep.
When chalk paint was invented, I really wrote
chalk
painted
everything. Every
I don't even know what
surface
that
in our
is.
house was chalkboard painted at one time. Every
Not
bookcase
chalkboard
or
paint.
bookshelf. No. Chalk paint.
Yeah.
And I remember having to go to the specific store with you that was next to Gap Kids to get the specific brand of chalk paint that you like.
Yeah,
Speaking of
Annie
the
Sloan.
90s.
Yep.
You know what I realized?
Chalk paint era.
In my Gen X 50-year-old's age, I don't have time for this stuff anymore. And so back in Father's Day, I was away with Zane at a baseball tournament. And Dave said, you know what I want for Father's Day? I want an entire day to clean the garage and throw away all of your crafting crap. And so I was out of town, and it just so much of it just went in the trash. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I don't even have time for a hobby anymore, which is sad. But
Too busy watching Zane baseball games, you know?
well, it's true. We have a doubleheader tonight after the podcast. I'm going to go catch,
Oh God,
a game and a
more
half.
baseball.
This is it. This is the final countdown.
This is.
She used to have baseball nails. Like, she's very into the baseball.
Oh, you've been converted. You're a baseball mom now.
I'm a baseball mom. It's very true. Yeah.
Baseball mom that's not doing drugs.
For sure. Some days I want to, with as long as these tournaments can go. I mean,
It's been a lot of baseball.
I was gonna say, have you added anything to your baseball kit this year? Like last year, we got the wagon. The year before that, we got the cooler for the wagon. We got the certain snacks that go in the cup holders and the game sweatshirts that always stay in the wagon in the car.
The new thing are these neck fans. Okay, you gotta.
Here we
You
go.
need your own
Oh,
personalized fan that sits around your neck.
Neck fan.
I need that.
Oh my gosh.
It's like a pillow that like cools you down kind of thing, or is it like literally?
You put batteries in it.
Imagine if you took your headphones, wore them around your neck, except the ear like muff part was a fan.
Oh, actually, that's kind of brilliant.
Now,
Oh Lord.
the accountant will not let me get my own pod, but that would be my next investment. I would like.
Oh my god.
I would like an all-weather pod with some attachments with like a misting fan / a heater. So for Christmas, and that's what I'm going to be collecting. Now, one thing I
The
did
pod.
get that I didn't use, the Tesla we bring up on the show every now and again. They make a custom mattress that when you put all the seats down, it's like a double-sized bed, like a full. And we got that for Christmas, and I was like, between games, I'll just blow that up, take a little nap. But we haven't made the effort to figure it out just yet.
So, what are you gonna do with all this when all your kids are graduated and not playing sports anymore? What are you gonna do with the whole pod?
It'll be in the garage for 20 more years until Dave is 70 and he gets another Father's Day gift to clean out the garage, and all that stuff's gonna be tossed.
It's
Back.
gonna be the
Back.
pod
Or
clean
by
out
that
day.
point, they'll just be the grandparents like showing up to like the 8 a.m. soccer games with all of their like
Aw.
retired baseball gear like ready to go.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to the games for sure. I'm gonna be there.
Oh yeah.
Be
I'll
the only
cheer
grandma.
little Ellie on in track and field. Even if she does track and
Ellie.
field, I'll be there.
No,
You're gonna
you'll
be-
be exclusive to soccer and baseball. You'd be like, those are the sports I know. This is how I cheer for
No.
those sports, and we're not
Sorry,
changing it.
Braden Jr. is in robotics. I am busy
That's right.
doing angel
No.
dust.
You're gonna be the only grandma on the field in your pod watching Helen Hunt PSA videos, trying to tell the kids.
The pod.
Yeah, that's right.
And you'd be like, you guys remember this? And everyone's like, no.
You're gonna be jumping on the pod on the first floor.
Cutting myself with the glass. Oh my word.
The 80s, man.
Yeah,
I
man.
can't even with y'all.
It was
This
a
I
decade.
can't even imagine. It sounds like it.
It
Angel
was a trip.
dust.
It was a great time to be alive. I'm not gonna lie. I was just
Was
reminiscing
it
as
though?
yes, it was. You used to get kicked outside in the morning, and you did not come home. Hardly even for Tang with your lunch did you come home
Tang.
until the sunset, and your mom would ring the dinner bell. And I'm not kidding. You were out in the neighborhood as a gang doing the things.
Yeah.
We dug treasure. We did all of the things. Kids, they
Yeah.
and their
The one time
phones.
I was with the neighborhood gang by the front sign of the neighborhood, you said you almost called the cops because I was away for too long. So you flipped a coin on that quickly, didn't
That's
you?
changed. Well, your dinner bell must have been out or something, I guess.
I guess I even had a cell phone at that point. I was like, I think you could have just texted me, or maybe it was in my pocket and I was being responsible. And then Riz is like, can you drop me off at this watering hole so I can fish with my buddy? And you're like, sure.
Yeah, did it today. Just literally
That's
dropped him off
awesome.
at a baseball field. He claimed he had a friend who was meeting them there. I'm like, well, good luck.
Just
We were miles from home. I'm like, I hope your friend shows up because I have to go take a nap.
just
He's
text
fine.
the Tessie.
He knows
if,
about getting in a sumo squat and making weird noises if strangers try to approach
Oh,
him.
great.
I
Where
think
am
some
I?
kid would be like, hey, you want some professional baseball coaching? I'll do it for free. And that kid would jump in the car so fast.
You wouldn't even question it. He'd be
No,
like,
all
well,
you have to do is say I'm a retired MLB player and I can give you some like hitting lessons. You'd be like, sure, sounds great, bro.
Yeah.
And he'd be there.
You couldn't, you're right. You couldn't ply him with candy, but like, I'm
No.
a retired MLB baseball star. Get into my car.
oh no.
Sure you are.
Okay.
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 Yeah, what team you play for? The Ligers, Cubs. It's fine.
Nonsense.
What did so the accountant, Pastor Dave,
Mhm.
posted a picture on Facebook of the funniest text convo between him and Zane. Zane was trying to fish, and Zane was like,
everything
over
was
it.
like spelled wrong too, and like
He was like,
my
it went
gosh.
so quickly though. He's like, "Hey, are you free?" And Pastor Dave's like, just a couple more minutes.
Okay.
I'll be there when I can. He's like, "This
let me set this scene for you of what's going on.
This was amazing."
Zane is of all my children, he is my brain, so I understand him. Okay,
You vibe.
I get it. I get it.
You vibe.
Very
Lord.
chaotic in there. You frequently think that you're going to acquire new hobbies, but when they're a little bit challenging, you're like, I'm out. If I'm not,
I think we call that ADHD.
whatever. That's
or
what it
quitting,
is.
but whatever.
Or quitting.
But
if
hey, I
I'm
get that too.
automatic- If I'm automatically good at something, I'm in it for life. But if I like struggle, this is too much.
I'm out.
So all of
Nice.
Zane's friends, they fish, right? He has a friend, his friend Beans, likes to fish. He told me the funniest story. The first time he wanted me to take him fishing with Beans, he goes, Mom, you gotta-" Did I tell this story on the podcast?
I've never even heard about beans.
Oh, you got to hear about
Oh,
Beans.
really?
No.
Okay.
Come on, a name like that.
So he
You gotta
goes,
spread
Mom,
the tea.
he's like, I go, do you even have a fishing pole? Because we're not fisher people. He's like, yeah, I found one in the garage. I think it was from when I was a kid. Oh, okay. I was like,
Great.
what are you going to use to, bait the fish? And he's like, I'm going to have to raw dog it and dig for worms. And we howled. We laughed so hard.
Oh my
So
gosh.
hard. This poor kid, right? He doesn't have any proper equipment at all to go fishing.
He's gonna go digging for worms. Oh my word.
I was like,
Yeah.
where is this pond you're talking about? He's like, Beans is sending me his location. Okay.
He's
So I-
dropping a pin.
I would be
He
calling the
dropped it
police
As
immediately.
Gen Alpha does.
Yep, Beans dropped a pin. So I'm following the pin. I don't see a pond anywhere. It's behind some elementary school. And he's like, I'll be fine. I'll just go find Beans. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I'm going to sit in this parking lot. He had his phone. I was like, call me if you can't find Beans. So he calls me and he goes, he's walking around the pond. He goes, I found the pond. I can't find Beans. And he goes, Beans! Beans! And he goes, are you Beans? To some random kid.
Oh no, he's gonna legit get kidnapped.
I know. And the kid's like, no. Anyway.
Oh, he's not even get rejected.
Is your name Beans? This kid's like, I'm calling the police because
Yeah,
you're insane,
no.
kiddo.
I'm not, and you should
That's
know that.
awesome. I'm not a
I'm
bean.
dying in the car, like I don't even know what's going on. So then, I said, "Call me when you need me to pick you up." So I pick him up, and he goes, "Guess who caught more fish than Beans with raw dogging it with the worms? This guy." So fast forward, he could handle the child's pole, but then when we upgraded him to an adult pole, it has been a nightmare because he has got to focus and he's got to tie the things.
An
On the
actual
end of-
fishing pole.
Yeah, it's been a
Not
nightmare.
his skills.
Not his skill. And we had a friend over who fishes, who taught him how. We asked the friend, how do you think it's going? He's like, he needs some
Not great.
Not good.
So the accountant takes, and by the way, then you were all curious, right? How did Beans get his name? You think he's a farter, like a kid who farts a lot?
I don't know. Does he look
No.
like a bean? I don't know.
I say, Bud, how did your friend get the name? How did Charlie get the name Beans? He goes, we had a food drive at school, and Beans brought Ceci to Beans forevermore. He's Beans for the rest of his life.
Beans.
Forevermore.
The crazy thing is, like, you know,
Oh my
his
gosh.
mom sent him with those cans of beans.
Yes,
He
100%.
had no input on what he was bringing to this food drive. And
Yeah.
forevermore, this group of 7th graders was like, hey, you guys got a lot of beans there. What's up, beans? And it just stuck.
I
Oh
did.
my word. Thank God it wasn't like
Anyways.
a papaya drive or something.
Yeah, papaya. You're going to go fishing with papaya today? So, anyway, we upgrade his pole because he's really into fishing these days.
Yeah.
And Dave drops him off at the local pond while pastor, goes to visit somebody who's in memory care. He's doing a pastor visit and stuff.
Yeah.
He gets a text from Zane. He goes, I don't know how to tie this. It's all noted up. And he meant nothing. It's all noted up. Dave responds, I'll be there in a little bit. Don't make a bigger mess. I'm talking with someone. Okay. I hate fishing. Oh, this crap sucks.
He's over it. Oh, gosh.
He gave up, man. He gave up.
Well, you know
The
what?
hyperfixation's over.
That's right. On to the next friend who's named after food or hobby or whatever. If you want more of the Momlennial podcast, well, then subscribe. That way you'll get new episodes without having to do the work, and that's totally our jam.